Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new around here, welcome. My name is Alera. I film about lifestyle, self-growth, and my experiences. Please click on the subscribe button if you haven't, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so whenever I post a new video, you would be the first to know. Now let's jump right into the video. First dates, the foundation of most beautiful relationships and marriages. But unfortunately, it is so underrated in this part of the world. And by this part of the world, for my potential international viewers, I'm talking about Nigeria. First dates are highly important. It is all about making a good first impression. I probably don't know much about you, maybe even nothing at all. So it's an opportunity for us to make our first impression, so it has to be good. So today I'll be sharing with you the things people overlook on first dates that makes me sick. Number 1, punctuality. Why would you show up for a date, let alone a first date, and you be late? You are proving to me that you have no value for my time. I would rather stay at home and waste my time all day not doing the things that I'm supposed to do than to have somebody else waste it for me. If you are going to be late, you call, but not at the last minute. You can't fix a date for 2 p.m. and you're calling me by 2 p.m. to tell me I'm sorry, something came up, or by 1:55. That's wrong. Except if it's an emergency. If you're going to be late for a date, you should call at least 30 minutes before the stipulated time. This person might have had prior engagements but decided to push it forward just to accommodate their meeting with you, and you show up late. Like, that's very wrong. Even as a girl, it applies to you. It is inexcusable to be late for a date, even as a girl. I know most people will say, oh, you have to be fashionably late and stuff like that. No, you can be fashionably late to a ball or to a dinner or to an event. When it has to do with a date or a meeting, which is usually one-on-one, come on time. It's not going to kill you. Keeping the guy waiting for you for 10-15 minutes is not going to make him more interested in you. We all have to learn how to value people's time. Number 2, dressing. People overlook this so much, especially guys. They feel they can just put a t-shirt on jean and they are good to go. No dear, you are not. Please make an effort. The woman you are going out with probably spent hours on her makeup, picked up her best outfit, just looks stunning for you. You can't do that to get a t-shirt in return. Just the way you would like your woman to be appealing to you, please be appealing to her too. I think my best outfit on guys is that senator. If I'm going out on a date and you wear that senator, hey, marriage. I feel the most casual you should look on a date as a guy are those shirts with buttons and collars on them, and you compare it with those chinos trousers. I think that's what they are called, or even a pair of jeans that you can pair with jeans and not your superhero t-shirts. While for ladies, dress like the version of yourself that you want to stick the most in his head throughout the course of your relationship. Leave your slippers at home. Dress responsibly but not too formal. Depending on the location though, you can dress loosely but not too slutty. That's for like 3rd, 4th dates. The next one is location. Bars, movies, clubs are nowhere you should be having your first date. What happens on first dates? You are trying to get to know each other, so it should be somewhere you can actually talk, observe, and get to know the other person. You can't take me to a bar or a club where they are watching match and dancing and playing loud music and expect that you would get to know me or we would get to know each other better. We would live the same way we got there. I know movies are very popular first date locations, not just in Nigeria but everywhere, but that doesn't make it appropriate. We're going to a movie theater where everybody's expected to be quiet so as not to distract other people. So how can you get to know my hobbies, my favorite color, when we are meant to just keep quiet and face the screen? Maybe second date, but for a first date you don't go to the movies, you don't go to a club. All these strong men, please don't carry somebody's daughter to a club on a first date, and don't carry anybody to a bar for a first date. Those are no. Your guy pata of them all is come to my house. Hey, shit, please. If you are talking to a guy that you haven't gone out with before and he asks you to come to his house, don't talk to that boy again. Take it from me, because it's just wrong. What kind of first impression are you trying to give to the person? Even if your intentions are totally pure, the purest, the person in question has no idea who you are. The idea of us going out is for us to get to know each other. So I have no idea who you are. I don't know if you are a serial killer or a psychopath or a sociopath. Like, I have no idea who you are, so why would I want to come to your house? What kind of first impression are you making? Like, even if you have the purest intentions, then why can't we go out? Since your intentions are so pure, why does it have to be in your house? Do you think my house is not comfortable for me? The worst ones are those guys that will say, hey, what is there? Why are you having dirty mind? Why would I not have dirty mind? So why are we doing this first date in secret? So bros, no. Girls, no. Don't go to a guy's house for a first date. That's wrong. Don't even go to a guy's house for the second date. Go to a guy's house when you feel you can finally trust him. A dinner date at a nice restaurant is perfect, or at a cafe, at a park, or anywhere else you guys can both have fun while getting to know each other. Number 4, being too forward. Call me old-fashioned, but I don't feel you should kiss on your first date. Kissing and questionable touches. How can we be on the first date and because I laughed at your jokes, your hands are now on my thighs? What are they doing there? Or every given opportunity, your hands are on my waist. Except if it's in a polite way, like this or like this. Your hands have no business on my waist, as if you've paid money on top. Be sure the person you're on a date with is in the same place as you are. Basically, let the vibes be mutual. Be on the same page. And be sure you're on the same page. Don't just assume. Or else things are just going to be awkward for the both of you. And something you guys don't know, even if she allows you to kiss her or to touch her, women actually respect men that don't make moves on the first date, because it makes us feel respected. I always look fly when I'm going out, and trust me, I have a staunch personality, so there's no way you don't want to kiss me or feel tempted to touch me. So when I'm out with a guy and he doesn't try to make any moves on me, I feel respected, and in turn it makes me respect you as well. So even if she complies when you try to make a move on her, most women respect men who don't, and it makes her feel like you respect her and you're not just infatuated with her or just after her body. Then some men will be like, then how can I show her that I like her and I'm interested in her? By being a gentleman. Chivalry isn't dead. Tell her she looks beautiful. Don't tell her she looks sexy or hot. Rather, compliment her mind. And don't comment on everything you see. Yes, the dress she's wearing is extra tight and it brought out all her curves. All the hips that you didn't know were there, they are suddenly showing. Yes, but you don't have to tell her that. Yes, she actually lost weight or gained weight compared to the last time you saw her. You don't have to tell her that. You're just getting to know her. You're not even her friend yet. So there are some things that you do not qualify to tell her. I was watching a movie recently and a married couple, they were just chatting and they were talking about when they first met. The man told his wife that the first time he met her, or was it during their first date, that the first thing that attracted him to her was the fact that her cleavages were showing a bit and they were sweaty, and that for some weird reason really turned him on, and they just laughed about it. Now imagine that on the first date where this man noticed this woman's cleavages are showing and they are sweaty, and he just says, oh damn, I love me some sweaty cleavages. Do you think they would have made it to a second date? The woman would have felt so embarrassed, insulted, and disrespected. I don't even know you like that. We're not friends, we're just getting to know each other. There are some things you're not supposed to be saying to me. Do you get? But now as a married couple or even a dating couple, the man told his wife that, and guess what? They just laughed about it. The woman even found it funny. But do you think she would have found it funny if the man had said that on the first date? The next one is not being yourself. Sometimes we tend to carve our personalities so it matches or fits with that of the other person. Maybe it's a guy you really admire or a girl you've been crushing on forever. Guy, be yourself. We try so much to carve ourselves into being the kind of person we feel will fit a man of his character. Maybe he's into tech, so we'll pretend as if we know one or two things about tech, or a movie freak just like myself, so you pretend as if you spend your entire life in the cinema. So therefore, we shift so far away from our personalities just so we can impress this person. You can't keep up forever, so why try in the first place? If he doesn't like you, he doesn't like you. That just means he's not the one for you. So just be yourself. The next one, being too much of yourself. I know this sounds a bit contradictory to what I said earlier, but please just hear me out. Just because you are a talker or you enjoy talking doesn't mean you should talk too much on your first date. Yes, you like to talk about yourself. Yes, you like to talk about your job. Yes, you like to talk about your family. Femi, we know. But please, on the first date, in as much as you have to talk about yourself, give room for the other person to talk as well. Don't interrupt them when they are talking. Not fi say na your story sweet pass. Okay? Talk your own and allow him to talk. Talking may be what makes you happy in this life. Maybe you've even accomplished everything in this world. Maybe you are the most hardworking and prudent person. Yes, we know. But don't make the other person feel like he or she is in a symposium or a keynote. And don't be too quiet. Yes, I'm the kind of person that prefers to just be by myself in a quiet environment and in my thoughts. But that doesn't mean that if I'm on a date, I will just keep quiet and be looking at you. No, I will definitely be engaging. Don't ask too many questions or comment on everything. I know that some people that will say, please, I'm brutally honest. I say it as I see it. There's a thin line between being brutally honest and just being plain rude. Know this and no peace. I don't have much time. I would have explained the two concepts for you. Don't ask too many questions, only the necessary ones. I know on various social media platforms, some people always say, so and so is a must ask on the first date. This and that is a must ask on the first date. Asking someone for their genotype is not a first date question. Yes, it's a question you should ask when you are still getting to know somebody, but not on the first date. Like, that's just awkward. Where would that even come from? How did you guys get there? Like, that's just, I don't want to say it's rude, but no, that's just not what you should ask somebody on the first date. Like I said, in the process of trying to know the person, maybe third date, fourth date, you could, but please leave it out of the first date. Like, what if you ask somebody what's your genotype and the person tells you they're SS, like they're a sickler? Like, imagine how you've just ruined the environment. So please save those questions and other related questions for second or third dates. Don't share too personal details. No, I don't need to know about your dead pets, your great-grandparents' funeral that is coming up, or your family feud. There are so many things I have to say on this, but I just can't say them on camera. But you guys know these things, so please don't share too personal details. Like, there's only so much a person can chest when they're still getting to know you. So except if your plan is to chase them away, just keep it. Don't worry, there's still time. I once went on a date with a guy that looked so posh, clean and responsible. But right in the middle of the date, I noticed he was behaving a bit uneasy. So I asked him, guy, what's up? Then he asked if I could excuse him that he just had to smoke. Well, it's safe to say that he never heard from me again after that day, which worked for me because I probably wouldn't have known the kind of guy that he was, who can't manage to stay for an entire hour without smoking. So at least I dodged a bullet because of his attitude. But then on his own side, he could have earned another date or two with me if he hadn't been too much of himself. Don't eat irresponsibly. Some of you just want to eat everything you see, especially when you're not the one paying. Well, there's some people that they must crack all the bowls, they must shine their plates. Even if you're the one paying for the food, try and leave like 3 or 4 grains of rice on that plate. It's now even worse when you're not the one paying. I just want everybody to know that this opportunity does not come every day. Abba, just form small and cultivate good table manners. One of the tricks to do that is by not ordering what you don't look attractive eating. Somebody like me now, I can never order shawarma on the first date. I don't even need shawarma out at all. If I'm not in my house, I'm not eating that shawarma, because if you see me eating shawarma, you will never call me again. So since I know this, I cannot be on a date, let alone a first date, and order shawarma. Like, never. So don't order what you don't look attractive eating. If you know you can't eat chicken properly with your cutleries, then you don't have to order chicken. You can just go with fish or chopped beef, or better still, asun. Aso is your friend on a first date because you just have to be picking it one after the other and you look cute. Always let the lady order first. Apart from this just being common courtesy, guy, trust me, it's for your own good. You understand what I'm saying? Imagine your budget for that date is 10k. Let's say you plan on taking her to a restaurant and spending 10k, probably 5k for her and 5k for you. But imagine this babe now orders something worth 7k or worth 8k. You get it now. So let her order first to save the both of you from impending trouble. Wait for both your foods to be ready on the table before you start consuming. When you're on a date with somebody and you both order for something, let's say yours is on the table but hers or his is still getting ready, or the waiter is still yet to bring it, wait until the both of you, your food are on the table before you start to eat. Don't start eating when the other person's meal is not on the table yet. That's just common table manners. Forget that you're hungry and the food is just smelling nice, but please just wait a bit. Okay? Don't talk with food in your mouth. If you have something to say, finish chewing your food first, then you can say as much as you want. But when there's food in your mouth, please finish it first and swallow it. Don't be rude to the staff. Intimidating other people is not going to impress her. Another thing people overlook on the first date is not being present. Don't make the other person feel like they're on a date with their self. You agreed for a date. You were not forced to be there. So please be present. Don't be boring. Try and be engaging. The person is talking to you, asking questions. Don't just give 1 or 2 syllable answers. Learn how to hold a conversation. Ask questions. Like, you are there to get to know the other person and not just the other person trying to get to know you. So in as much as he's trying to get to know you, get to know him as well. And because you're a girl doesn't mean that you can't pay a guy a compliment. If he looks nice, tell him he looks nice. If he smells nice, tell him he smells nice. It's really not gonna kill you, it's not gonna do you any wrong. It will make the guy feel you are needy. Please, if you've been out in the past with guys who interpret your being vocal as being needy, then you've been going out with children and you need to upgrade. Put your phone away. It's very disrespectful to be on your phone while you're supposed to be focusing on your dates. So when on a date, keep your phone away and if possible, silence it or put it on vibrate. Lastly, offer to pay or split the bill, and if possible, insist. I know most ladies won't want to hear this one, but don't offer to pay if you don't have the money, or just for show because you've heard one YouTuber say it now. Naturally, the person who initiates the date ought to pay, and most times it's usually the guys, which is why the guys usually pay. But it wouldn't hurt to offer to split the bill if you can. If the girl initiates the date as a guy, it is not bad if you decide that okay, I'll pay for drinks or I'll pay for desserts. What I advise ladies to do most times is to order what you can pay for, or at least have money with you, because sometimes you might order what the guy may not be able or prepared to spend, except if he insists on chesting it. So that's all I have for you guys today. We've come to the end of this video and I do hope you found these tips helpful. Please like this video if you did, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Click on the notification bell and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys. My name is Alera. First dates. First, most beautiful. The foundation of most. The first date is highly. So today I'll be sharing with you oh my god, it's getting so dark. But for where we must finish this video today. And don't forget, rain.